All right, finance students, we're looking at ICA 12.3. Now, one of the things that you may have to look at is what is called salvage value on a machine or a tool that you're using for the project. In essence, at the end of the useful life or at the end of the project, would you or would you not be able to sell the machines that you use for that project? And how do taxes play into that? Okay, so that's what we're going to look at. So here's an example, example 12.3. Steve's office shop must liquidate some equipment that is being replaced. The equipment originally cost $12 million, of which 75% has been depreciated. Okay, which means they have depreciated 75% times or of the $12 million. So they've depreciated $9 million. So that means the book value, or how much is left to depreciate, is 12 million minus my 9 million would be $3 million. Okay. The used equipment can be sold today for 4.5 million. So $4.5 million. Sorry, not 45 million, $4.5 million. And the company's tax rate is 35%. So the question is, what is the after-tax net salvage value? Okay, well, with taxes, one of the things you have to be aware of is that any amount above and beyond the book value, you are required to pay taxes on. Any amount that you sell an item, a piece of equipment, a tool, a car, vehicle, anything like that that's used on a project, any amount that you sell it for above and beyond what the book value is, you do have to pay taxes on it. Okay, so here's how we would calculate that. It's only calculated on what is called the gain on the sale, or the amount above and beyond the book value is all that you're paid taxes on, because essentially you should have paid taxes on the original cost at the beginning of the project. Okay, so to calculate the gain on the sale, right, you sold it for 4.5 million. The book value was only 3 million, so you really had a gain of $1.5 million. Okay, so now we need to calculate your tax liability. Your tax liability is only calculated on the 1.5 million. I'm going to make a negative because I like negative to see that as a cash outflow. So you take your 1.5 million times your tax rate, and that tells me that you owe the IRS $525,000. Okay, now we are going to calculate the after-tax net salvage value for this machine. Now remember, we sold the machine for $4.5 million. So that was $4.5 million cash in hand. Out of that, we paid our taxes. Now I'm going to say plus because I know this is a negative. We paid $525,000. So we are left with $3.9 million, which is our after-tax net salvage value. Now remember, this is an amount that is capital expenditure. So this is something that you may need to address at the end of the project life in the capital expenditure area of your free cash flow worksheet.